The excitement is starting to build here at the Hungaroring as the lights are about to go green for today's qualifying session. We expect some cars out on track any moment now. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily, it's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7. As today I'm going to be playing F1 2019. This is Make Max Verstappen Drivers World Champion Series. This is episode 12, I believe. We're at the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now. I really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe.
We're good to go.
Really would appreciate on road to 600 subscribers. Okay, now had a decent result last time out, though kind of disappointed what happened in the last stages of the race. Lost 2 laps, but we're in Hungary now, a track where the Red Bull should do pretty well at, so I'm hoping for another podium position, but you never know. Let's see how the race is. Okay, it's going to be cloudy and then moving over to the sunshine, so it's dry in both qualifying and the race, which is good.
We'll make the changes you requested.
Okay, as usual, reduce the amount of fuel I have on board. Let's go out for final lap and qualifying 1. Here we go, the final lap. Kevin Magnussen's gone quickest so far, 1 minute 18.9. So far so good. Sebastian Vettel's gone even quicker, 1 minute 18.8. Fastest in the first sector by half a tenth. Going to be very, very close. Now this second sector should be where I have the advantage over the likes of a Ferrari. Didn't take that chicane very well. There we go, almost 4 tenths quicker. I'm sure, yeah, that's Williams ahead of me. Should be just enough ahead of me where I don't have to worry about him. Around the final corner. What's my time going to be? 1 minute 18.2. Very happy with that time. First sector we're pretty much even, and then the second sector is where I really start to pull out a bit of a gap to Sebastian Vettel. Okay, so far so good.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Let's see where I finish in this session. Okay, qualifying 1 is done. I finished 4th, which is kind of surprising. Need to improve by 6 tenths of a second in order to challenge Lewis Hamilton. Okay. My teammate even finished ahead of me. Then the first 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 1. Nico Hulkenberg, Daniel Kvyat, Antonio Giovinazzi, George Russell and Robert Kubica. Here we go to qualifying 2 now. Final lap in qualifying 2 is about to begin. DRS activated, here we go. Need to get into the 1 minute 7s. Lewis Hamilton is currently the fastest in the session. Let's see how the first sector goes. Four tenths down. Whoa. Oh, the curb slowed me down there. Didn't expect to be that slow in the first sector compared to Lewis. Hasn't really been a smooth lap. And a bit wide. Not too bad in the second sector. And the final corner. DRS, what's my time going to be? I've got into the 1:17s. Still slower than my teammate though. Definitely going to need to find some improvement. Should be fine getting into the final part of qualifying. Not going to go out again, just like in qualifying 1. But definitely need to find some improvement. This is the end of qualifying 2. Once again, I'm behind my teammate in qualifying. Going to need to change that. Lewis Hamilton low 1:17s. It's Mercedes 1-2 right now in qualifying 2. But next 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 2 are Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz, and Daniel Kvyat. Here we go to the pole position shootout now. We're in qualifying 3 now, right now. I've advanced time a bit. Lewis Hamilton's currently quickest with a 1:17.1. Not too sure whether I can beat that. I think my best option is getting 3rd place. I think getting the front row of the grid is not possible right now with the way Mercedes are going. Normally I do better in the race than I do in qualifying anyway, so I'm hoping for a repeat. If you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really push on the road to 600 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links will, for as usual, are in the description box down below. We are just over halfway through the season now. Nine races left to go. Here we go. First fine lap, I might be able to get a second fine lap in depending on how this lap goes. I want to beat my teammate, that's the main goal right now. Bit late on the accelerator there. Almost 4 attempts down in the first sector. This is normally where I pull some of it back. Back and stepped on me slightly.
There are 5 minutes of the session remaining.
Three attempts down again. Although the map says I've gone purple in the second sector, sorry, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Come up to the final corner now. DRS, what's the time? Second place, 1:17.6, fastest I've been so far in qualifying. Didn't see anywhere where I made a big mistake. Let's get back to the garage and let's see how things are going. Okay, so as you can see, we're back in the garage now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. This Hamilton's coming the quickest with a 1:17.1. I did the fastest second sector time. Third sector I lost less than a tenth, that's fine, but it's really the first sector where it's quite a bit of speed.
10th in the speed trap, 100 and...
Yeah, it's really about speed in the first sector really, so not too surprised that we're losing a bit of time. I guess we could go out again. Brand new set of tyres. Insufficient time remaining to complete a final lap. Okay. Alright, that's fine. No point going out then. Let's see. Let's advance time. Let's see if I can stay in second place.
With qualifying complete,
Fourth.
let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Vettel and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Would have liked to have gone out again. Probably wouldn't have been able to improve much, but would definitely like to go out again. I was very close between me and Charles Leclerc though. Very, very close. But that's alright. Fourth place is okay. Beat my teammate, which was my goal to begin with. So that's the end of qualifying. Let's go on to the race now.
Welcome back to Budapest and the Hungary Ring. Infamous for its tight, narrow corners that force the drivers to constantly be on top form. No doubt, we're in for a great race here today. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungary Ring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Gasly, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Magnussen, and Alexander Albon, Norris, Perez, Lance Stroll, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Daniel Kvyat, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Russell and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Here we are on the grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix. So 35 laps. We've got 2 strategies available to us. 1 stop. Go from the soft to the hard tyres, or go from, which is a low tyre management, 2 pit stops, which it says it's only a 1 second difference, so that's going to be interesting. I think I'm going to go for the 2 stop, see how that goes. We go from the soft to the mediums, then mediums again. Obviously I can change that depending on how it goes, but let's see. 35 laps, and it said I had 38 laps of fuel. Don't want that. Let's reduce that to 1.5 laps of extra fuel. Okay, here we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Here we are racing. Those lights felt like they were on forever. Being attacked by my own teammate. Where is he? There he is, behind me. Bottas got ahead of me. Make sure I don't hit him. Just gonna keep everything steady right now. Oh god, nice run on Bottas here. Oh, and wide. Good try out, brake Bottas. Oh, damage to the front wing. Gonna do a flashback. Tried to be a bit too ambitious there. Let's rewind it there. Okay, now this section should be where we're better than the 4 cars ahead of us. Oh, gonna run a bit wide. Teammates right behind me. I carried so much speed into that corner, and yet I was still able to make it without too much of an issue. Okay, first sector is where I definitely lose time.
Start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Here comes my teammate. Not too sure how he's breezing by me so easy here. It's like he's got DRS. But I know it's not active right now, so I think it's my car setup that's not where it should be when it comes to a straight line. My teammate's on my inside here. I have to go around the outside in order to keep the position. Still haven't touched yet though. And I keep my 5th place there. But he's right behind me still. Bottas is attacking Vettel. Hamilton's pulling away, driver championship leader. My goal is Bottas. Get ahead of him, gain some points on him. Car's not as planted as what it was during qualifying, but maybe that's because of the amount of fuel I have on board. Teammate's going to get a good launch out of the corner like he did last time. It's Hamilton once again quickest. Here comes my teammate again.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Not too sure how my teammate's getting such a good launch. Lap 3 now. Bottas got by the Ferrari, which is not what I wanted to see.
We're happy with the current tyre condition. They should last a while yet, so don't worry about them.
If you say so. Because these tyres aren't doing me much good. Right now I'm struggling, particularly with the front end. Front end is not really turning in like I would like it to. Being late on the accelerator all the time. Surprisingly enough, I'm going to get DRS. Didn't realise I was so close to Vettel.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Roger that. Go try a different strategy to the guys in front of me. Although I'm not too sure what the guys in front of me are going to do. I'm guessing they're going to do a one stop. But I'm going to have to drive like a madman on the mediums. No. Oh, ran wide. Not possible, Gasly, for you to overtake me there. Not possible.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
Teammate just sailed right by me, but I'm going to try and outbrake him. Contact. He's got to get DRS. Goes to the outside. No way I'm going to allow him to pass me there. Go try and pass me on the outside. Bumped me. Still able to keep on the track though. Thankfully didn't go too wide. I'm surprised we're not hearing our team boss, team principal Christian Horner, screaming down the radio, "What are you two doing?" I'm really struggling on these tyres. Really struggling. 52%, no wonder why.
Box this lap. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Might as well. Go for a different strategy than what I think everyone else is doing. Hopefully this can be a good pit stop. If I can get ahead of the train of cars I see.
Go now.
2.5. Yeah, I should get ahead of them. They're just going around the final corner now, the huge train.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Okay, I'm ahead of the McLaren in a bit of space. Okay, not bad. Let's see if I can put in some personal best times now. Maybe even a faster slap. Oh, ran a bit wide. Feels so much more better being on these brand new set tyres. Yellow flag. I think that's a Williams going slowly. Yes it is, Robert Kubica. A safety car or even a virtual safety car later on in the race would actually do me rather nicely.
The gap behind is 2.9 seconds.
Okay, Ferrari just came out of the pits.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Personal best first sector.
Yellow flag.
There's Kubica's car.
Okay, clear.
Gasly in the pits. What's he putting on? Gonna get DRS here.
Pierre is in the pits.
He's on the mediums as well. Okay. The Ferrari's on hard tyres. Might get 2 wide here. Might have 3 wide actually. That will help me pass the McLaren. Can I perhaps get past the Ferrari? Oh, good exit. If I can stay close to him.
The car ahead of you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
Made the corner. Really pushed it. But I needed to get ahead of him. Couldn't afford to allow him to get away or waste time behind him. Leclerc's on the mediums, so he'll be pitting again. So there are some cars who are doing the same strategy as me, while some cars just don't want to pit again. On the power so much more earlier, but then obviously the Ferrari's got a better top speed. Leclerc going on Stroll here. Gotta try and switch back, see if I can get past Stroll. Got the traction, got DRS. Oh, braked a bit late. Gone around the outside, still should have him. And I do.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Now, getting past Leclerc is going to be really difficult because he is on the mediums. Can I do the same thing I did to Leclerc what I did to Vettel to Leclerc. Nope. Leclerc's starting to pull away now. Gonna get DRS, so I'm gonna keep everything in lean still. Here's Bottas. Bottas is on the hard tyres. Might be an opportunity here for me to pass him. Oh, Bottas hung me out to dry there. Need to get by him. I can't afford to be held up on a car that's on the slower tyre.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Too far back to try a dive bomb on Bottas. Close behind Bottas right now. I need to get ahead of Bottas as soon as possible, if I can. Should have more grip than he does. He's got DRS as well. Look at it pulling away. Look at him pulling away. Let's start saving stuff right now, because the way he's pulling away from me, there's no real point using everything up. Leclerc's got Perez ahead of him. Perez is going to hold them up, so might as well start saving ERS and fuel. Oh. Perez going defensive. Might be able to have an opportunity here. Oh, someone tried to lock up. Someone definitely had a lock up. I hit Bottas. Demolition derby type thing. But we're able to get ahead of him nevertheless. Probably not going to be able to stay ahead of him for long. Leclerc trying to overtake Perez. Going down the inside, you should have him. And he does. Now it's my turn on Perez. If I obviously don't get passed by Bottas, which I don't. I'm hoping that Perez holds up Bottas, so I need to get past him quickly. Got try dive. Oh, had to do that. Had to do that.
Nice work. That brings you up a place.
Missed the corner slightly, but luckily for me, I didn't cause any damage. But this is the scenario I needed. If I pit again, I go 17th place. Bottas should pass Perez here. DRS once again. Bottas has indeed got by Perez here.
Leclerc is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 0.8 seconds. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 22.2. You're dropping back by around 0.2 each lap.
Okay. Pit stop information.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy. 6 laps until your pit window is open.
6 laps, my goodness. Okay.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
Not really racing Bottas, to be honest. Teammate has to pit again. That's comforting. Vettel, I don't think has to pit again. Leclerc, the man in front of me right now, has to pit again. Just trying to make sure I've got some ARS and fuel stored up. Personal best first sector. I'm not too sure how I was able to accomplish that, but I'll take it.
The car ahead is beginning to pull away.
Yep. My line wasn't good going through that. So I struggle a bit on the tyres. This is lap 20 now. I'm going to be boxing at the end of this lap. Being able to stay ahead of Bottas and not allow Leclerc to get away. Now if I pit before Leclerc, I might be able to get the undercut over him. Who knows? During this second sector, I'm always putting my fuel down to lean and the ERS down to either low or none. Red Bull's pretty good around this second sector here.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Roger that. Ran a bit wide. Box this lap.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Okay, here we go. Hopefully it's a good pit stop.
Go, go, go.
2.5, not too bad. My teammate definitely has to pit again. Vettel does not. So I'm definitely going to have to pass Vettel at some point. With my,
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
but with my teammate attacking him, might do me a favour. $14 laps left to go. Might be able to get at least 4th place here. Ooh, took too much curb on the first corner there of the chicane. Best second sector time of anyone. Might be able to set a fastest lap of the race next lap. Caught right to the back of my teammate here. Is my teammate going to do me a favour and go into the pits? Yes, he is. Didn't have to worry about trying to overtake him. Got a good exit.
Pierre is in for his stop.
Got a good exit out of the final corner. Slipstream DRS activated in overtake mode. There's Leclerc. 3 wide. Got to give both Ferraris enough room. Got him. Got them both up into 3rd place. What a move. Let's look at that again. That definitely deserves a replay. Don't use replays very often in this series, but definitely want to have a look at this. Look at that. Did it? Hold on. I'm wondering if Leclerc got some damage, because they definitely made contact with 2 Ferraris. Definitely. Let me see if I can change camera view here. Is there any damage? They do make contact. I don't think there's any damage though. Gained quite a bit on Leclerc. We're pitting 1 lap earlier than him, but now Leclerc's got past his teammate.
The gap to the car ahead is 16.2 seconds.
It's going to be quite a stressful last 13 laps of the race now. Currently on the podium. Definitely be a decent result for me. But I've got a Scarlet Ferrari behind me who does not want that to happen. Miles ahead of my teammate right now. Don't have to worry about beating him.
Car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
1 minute 20.8. Teammate.
Gap to teammate behind is 20.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 8th.
I guess all the times I was barging my way through with those overtakes actually paid off. Ran a bit wide there, back and slid out. Trying to save fuel and ERS right now for the pit straight, which I know Leclerc's going to be attacking me on. Get the good exit out of this final corner. And it wasn't bad. Moving over to the inside now to try to defend. Here comes Leclerc. Go out to the outside. I'm going to move over to the outside slightly, squeeze him out. There we go. Force him to hit the brakes. Once again, saving ERS and fuel.
Is 15.0 seconds.
Okay, not worried about the 2 Mercedes. They're on the other side of the track. Wow. I guess the 1 pit stop was pretty good as well. But then again, the Mercedes is the best car in the field, so don't work for them really. Don't really have much ERS, to be honest. Need a good exit once again. That was a pretty good exit, though Leclerc's way closer than he was before.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over
Just sails
target.
by me.
Drop down to mix too soon. We're leading our teammate by 22.9 seconds.
Nothing I could do about it. It was just too quick. Got a much better exit out of the final corner. It was a lot closer than I would have liked him to have been. the way he's pulling away from me already. Ooh. Got a significant amount back there. Contact.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Roger that. Gonna run wide a bit, but that's not too bad. No, I'm gonna be wide. That's gonna cost me a bit. I'm gonna get DRS though. I'm not really catching him. DRS again, and once again, Leclerc's able to pull away from me. Coming out of corners is where my opponents always have the advantage. Going into corners, I seem to have the advantage. Go around wide again. Around the final corner. Saved up a bit of ERS. And I'm in overtake and rich fuel mix, but as you can see, DRS didn't really do much for me. To that first corner very nicely, but once again, the Ferrari is just too quick. I'm gonna have to go for a dive bomb at some point if I want to try and pass him. Oh, contact. Flashback. It's my second and last flashback as usual, 50% race. I stripped myself to only 2 flashbacks, just using my last one. We're coming up to the end of lap 30 and onto lap 31. Right behind Leclerc, been saving a bit of ERS for a couple of laps. Right behind him. Second sector is where I normally catch up to Leclerc, but down the pit straight is normally where I lose out quite considerably to him.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
DRS, I'm closer than I've ever been. I am gaining on him slightly. Got to try for an overtake. Down the inside, very aggressive. Contact. But I've got the position. Got to reduce everything again. Up into 3rd place. Not too sure whether I can keep it. Second sector is always where this car's been at its best. Can I survive 4 laps? Can I get on the podium? Got a nice distance between me and Leclerc here.
Okay, gap ahead is is 7.1 seconds.
For the next couple corners, gonna save fuel and ERS. Oh, keep the curb on the inside. I didn't want to do that. I ran a bit wide. That's not going to help me. Once again, opened up a nice gap to Leclerc. Round the final corner. Look at the gap. Save everything again. Just 2 laps left to go. 1.3 seconds difference between me and Leclerc. Obviously he's going to gain on me, but that's okay. My strategy is right now,
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
during the first sector in particular, just to have everything on as low a setting as possible. During the middle sector, where I seem to have the advantage over Leclerc, as you'd expect, Red Bull versus Ferrari, that's when I turn everything up. Like right now. Just to open up a bit of the gap. Once again, opened up the gap to Leclerc. 1.5 seconds clear. Don't think he'll even have DRS down the pit straight, so once again, we'll save everything. 2 more laps left to go. It's very, very close here.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
Now, that sort of message could get me a bit overconfident, so happy to see I'm able to challenge Leclerc. Vettel's absolutely nowhere. Vettel and my teammate, I should say. Absolutely nowhere. This strategy worked for me and Leclerc. Well, me in particular. Not so much for Leclerc, considering he's behind me, but worked out quite well for me. The one-stop strategy has not worked out for my teammate or Vettel. Ran a bit wide.
Our gap to the car in front is 6.1 seconds.
So close. So close to a 3rd place finish. Ran a bit wide. Is he in DRS zone? I don't think he is. Once again, turning everything down.
This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap. Everything should be pretty simple for me now. I think my strategy paid off. Not too sure where I would have been if I only had 1 stop, but I would have been really, really slow.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Driver in front.
Bottas is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 6.6 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 24 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:22.0. You're dropping back by around 0.2 each lap.
Wow. Okay. Hamilton wins another race this season. I'm very happy with my result. Able to fight with Charles Leclerc. Able to get third place. As I come around the final corner to claim a well-deserved third place. Very happy with that. Yes!
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
Let's move on to the Constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
And that's the end of this video. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. Really do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links are free as usual in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all again in my next video, which is the Belgian Grand Prix. Laters.